with replication, the basic idea is that you have multiple instances of an NAV system running at the same time. And so there's going to be a sort of a main instance that we're going to call the head office. And then each store can either be online, meaning that it connects directly to the head office nav service tier, or it can be offline, meaning that in that store, you're actually running a separate nav database, service tier, everything. So the benefit there is, of course, that if the store has lost the ability to communicate with the head office or the internet or whatever, store operations are not impacted. It also means that you have the ability to take advantage of that sort of increase in potential concurrency because nav, just sort of as a system in general, it wasn't really built to have hundreds or thousands of users all in it at the same time. So if you have a very large retail deployment, it's very possible that you would have hundreds of cashiers all needing to process transactions at the same time. And because everything is based on the same table, it's not even a situation where you have hundreds of cashiers who are sort of doing different things. They're all doing the same thing over and over again, which is creating POS documents and posting POS documents. And that's just a lot of activity through a single table to for really any system to be able to handle well. So reasons for implementing replication. One is connectivity, and the other is to increase concurrency. So you can have multiple levels of replication. So for example, you could have a head office, which is always going to be sort of at the top, but then you also can have, let's say, a regional office, and then you can have a store under the regional office, and that would then allow you to have data that's available to various divisions of an organization or to an entity like a franchisee. So with franchises, and we do get, so with a franchisee, you may, for example, require that each franchisee runs nav as their point of sale, uses ChargeLogic Retail as their point of sale, but you don't want that franchisee to have access to all of your corporate data from headquarters. So in order to be able to make that happen, you can use replication to only give them the data that they actually need to run the point of sale system in order to protect that corporate data, but also make it so that you can actually do all the setups in one system and push them out through replication. So the sort of general concept is that with replication, you're going to be doing all of the setups for all the stores in the head office database. Once you do that, you have the ability to then push those setups down to the stores on a scheduled basis. So, if you change a setting, let's say you tweak one of the layouts or you add a new button or whatever, periodically those changes are going to get pushed out to all the stores with replication. We're also going to be pushing out things like master files, like customer masters, item masters, all that kind of stuff, out to the stores as well. And then what comes back up from the stores is sale information. So, what information has been, what sales have occurred. And so you can have different schedules for different kinds of data, and then you can also have what's called priority data, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. And priority data doesn't need to be scheduled; it just happens by itself on a particular interval.